If Blake really felt like she was being sexually harassed, some of her behavior didn't really add up to that with how comfortable she felt with Justin and the way that she spoke to him. That's not to say that you have to behave like the perfect victim if you are victimized, if you're hurt, but it strains credulity, as we always say. It adds context to these very black and white scenarios that she painted for us.
It makes you wonder, if you really felt so victimized and so harassed by someone, would you ask them into your trailer while you're breastfeeding? Would you say, hey, I'm pumping, come in, let's run lines late at night? It paints a very different picture of how safe or unsafe she felt around him.
Right.
The unfolding drama involving Blake Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and director Justin Baldoni has become one of Hollywood's most explosive controversies. What began as a promising film adaptation of a beloved bestseller has now devolved into a high-profile legal battle. Shocking new evidence threatens to completely reshape the narrative of this tangled dispute. Meanwhile, public perception of the once-adored actress is shifting rapidly, with every move she makes now under intense scrutiny from both devoted fans and outspoken critics.
I kind of can't absolve Blake of everything with this theory. I don't doubt that this might have happened, or to some degree this is maybe what kickstarted all of this. But yeah, something doesn't sit right with me, to just say sorry, Blake was just trying to, placate her husband.
I feel like your moral compass can't just go out the window because you have a husband with issues, right? That's not really an excuse to falsely accuse someone of sexual harassment.
Right. I don't know. It just seems like they took it really, really far.
Yeah. It's not an excuse to falsely accuse someone, period, and try to destroy their career and reputation. Right. All of these people, I'm sorry, that is her issue in her marriage.
Yeah.
But that doesn't excuse the bold-faced lying.
This isn't just a simple clash between an actress and a director. It's a battle of creative vision, egos, and the intricate power dynamics of Hollywood's elite. It all began with a project poised for cinematic greatness, a widely beloved novel, eager fans awaiting its adaptation, and a highly skilled director at the helm. Justin Baldoni, known for his heartfelt storytelling, was committed to capturing the book's emotional depth. However, as filming commenced, it quickly became evident that the film's creative vision was no longer a shared one. Behind the scenes, tensions mounted among the key players, particularly between Baldoni and Blake Lively, setting the stage for one of Hollywood's most dramatic behind-the-scenes conflicts.
I think it'd be really fun to do a little Q&A. Could be nice.
Ryan Reynolds stepping out amid wife Blake Lively's ongoing legal battle with Justin Baldoni. The actor seen publicly for the first time since he and Blake requested a gag order on Justin's lawyer, who released this on-set footage from It Ends With Us.
We'll just do our lips are right next to each other.
Yeah, got you.
But I think I should start talking.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Still rolling.
Don't give it to them. They want it. Don't give it to them.
Score.
Ryan seemingly paying no mind to the drama, surprising his pal Hugh Jackman at Radio City Music Hall during his Deadpool and Wolverine co-stars one-man show.
I was told that this was going to be a comedy version of Les Mis. As a one-man show. We all said it was a terrible idea, but he carried on. I see he's duped me once again.
Hugh Jackman is a very good friend of mine and a real sport.
Ryan putting the jokes aside for a moment, reflecting on when he first met his good friend.
This is the first major movie star that I ever worked with 16 or 17 years ago on X-Men Origins Wolverine. I was expecting going to this movie set with this guy right here, and I really didn't know what was going to happen. But what I saw was...
At the heart of this unfolding drama was the film's lead, Blake Lively. Known for her commanding presence and impeccable fashion sense, she had cemented herself as a Hollywood icon. Her casting was seen as a major win for the project, with her star power generating immense excitement around the adaptation. However, as filming progressed, it became clear that her interpretation of the character clashed with Justin Baldoni's commitment to preserving the novel's original essence, fueling tensions that would soon spiral into a much larger conflict.
While on one hand, Lively accuses Baldoni of making comments about her appearance, on the other, she made derogatory comments about Baldoni's appearance, telling him he should undergo rhinoplasty, something he's publicly expressed insecurities about. Lively's comment about Baldoni's nose is also captured on camera. Baldoni, rather than write down a list of grievances against Lively, brushed it off and moved on with the scene.
Who does that? Who says you should get a nose job? I just feel like that's just like the worst.
It's the worst. I can't even imagine a scenario where that would be appropriate or welcomed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
The first cracks in the collaboration emerged when Blake Lively began voicing concerns about her character's portrayal. According to insiders, Lively, who has built her career on roles blending charm and humor, pushed for script changes, believing the character's emotional intensity needed softening to better align with her signature style and personal brand. She also advocated for modernizing the role, suggesting adjustments that would make the character more relatable to contemporary audiences. However, Justin Baldoni, known for his unwavering dedication to authenticity, resisted these changes. He argued that altering the script in such a way would compromise the story's emotional core. This creative standoff marked the beginning of deeper tensions that would soon escalate behind the scenes.
We do have It Starts With Us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think. So, yeah.
Justin said he doesn't know if he'd be game to direct the next one, but perhaps Blake would. Is that something that you would entertain?
Oh, absolutely. I think that whoever decides to take charge of the next one would do it justice. But, it's a lot of people to get the same schedules together again, so we'll see.
Oh, absolutely. She's so capable of that. She is a powerhouse. She could do literally anything.
The script wasn't the only source of tension. Wardrobe choices for Lively's character also became a major point of contention. In the novel, the protagonist comes from a modest financial background, a key aspect of her journey. However, when set photos surfaced showing Lively in extravagant designer outfits, fans and critics were left puzzled. Many felt the wardrobe clashed with the character's humble origins. Baldoni's team argued that these choices compromised the story's authenticity, potentially undermining the film's emotional impact and straying from the novel's intended essence.
The downfall of Blake is super important because it represents our collective awakening, specifically to celebrities that we should not be idolizing. And they hate that.
So do you feel free now to try everything? What is the next 5 years? Well, in terms of trying, do you
Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie. But
we're going to give you a pop quiz.
There's going to be a pop quiz every minute of it.
Lively's supporters defended the wardrobe choices, arguing that her fashion-forward styling was a deliberate effort to modernize the character and make her more relatable to contemporary audiences. They pointed out that in Hollywood, it's common for actresses to collaborate with creative teams to add their personal touch to a role, especially in terms of wardrobe. However, the disagreement over the character's look became a symbol of the deeper creative divide between Lively and Baldoni, further fueling tensions behind the scenes.
Hey, Kirsty, I wanted to apologize to you for that cringy fucking interview I did with you a few years ago.
Hey, Blake, thanks for that. I'm just wondering, why did you decide to apologize after 8 years?
Good question. I was sitting in my big-ass mansion the other day. I was watching the replay of our interview. It was incredibly cringy and embarrassing, especially the part where I called you fat. Let's watch it for a sec.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
Jesus Christ, watching this god-awful video has made me realize that even though I'm a millionaire celebrity with an above-average face, a decent pair of boobs, and a rich husband, I shouldn't have been rude to an impoverished reporter like yourself. All of the backlash from this stuff has affected the launch of my new skincare line. You should totally buy it, by the way.
Thanks for the offer, but no thanks, Blake.
So, from the bottom of my heart, please forgive me. Oh, and by the way, you're not fat. Ryan told me he thinks you're actually kind of hot and that you're always welcome in our hot tub.
God damn it. No wonder everyone hates this lady.
As production progressed, tensions between Baldoni and Lively only intensified. Reports suggested the atmosphere on set was fraught, with Lively advocating for changes to key moments in the screenplay. Baldoni, however, argued that these alterations would weaken the book's emotional depth and compromise its core themes. The creative clash soon escalated into a full-blown legal battle, drawing in not just Lively and Baldoni, but also her husband, Ryan Reynolds, further deepening the controversy.
Actually did interview him a couple of weeks ago for the new Deadpool and Wolverine film, and I knew that I was going to be interviewing you, so I asked him if he had a message for you. This is how it went. Oh no.
Like, come home. Please come home. I miss you. The kids miss you. I don't know what's going on lately. This little sojourn of yours. I understand you want to see the world. I understand you want to do things outside of, all the other things that you do. But we need you.
He does, Blake. He really does. Seriously, he's been at my house crying nonstop. Please come back. I can't kiss him anymore. I can't pretend to be you anymore. I just can't. I'm trying, but it's just
his basement is so scary.
It is.
And I don't have anyone to hold me at night. But you go on and you do the things that you want to do. Go find yourself. I will march forward with the kids, and we will come back stronger and better than ever. We don't need you.
Oh my, I feel like I need that. You guys gotta airdrop that to me.
In a shocking turn, Lively filed a formal complaint accusing Baldoni and his team of fostering a hostile work environment. She alleged that her concerns about the film were dismissed, and that, when she pushed for changes, Baldoni's team attempted to discredit her. This legal action marked a major turning point, proving the dispute had escalated far beyond creative differences.
Late last night, Justin Baldoni's team filed an amended complaint in their lawsuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, the New York Times, and in it dropped an exhibit that has basically a timeline with a lot more evidence, including text messages between Justin and Ryan. We got to break these down. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Guys, I did not plan to be here this weekend. It's Diego's birthday. My son is turning 6, so I'm going to try my best to give you a little bit and scattered throughout the weekend. We'll be live on Monday. I know, I'm sorry, but there's so much to break through, guys. I can't even begin to explain how deep this document of text and information is. I got it late last night. I couldn't even finish it all yet, but we've done our best to get through some of the most important points. I think we're going to give them to you in pieces here and along on our Instagram, so make sure you're following us on both places. I want to start here with this comment from Brian Friedman. The decision to amend our lawsuit was a logical next step due to the overwhelming amount of new proof that has come to light. This fresh evidence corroborates what we knew all along, that due to pure egotistical reasons, Miss Lively and her entire team colluded for months to destroy reputations through a complex web of lies, false accusations, and manipulation of illicitly received communications. The ongoing public interest in this case online has ironically shed light on the undeniable facts pertaining to the New York Times and how heavily Miss Lively and her representatives were not only deeply involved in the attempted takedown and smear campaign of Mr. Baldoni, Wayfair Studios, and their teams, but that they themselves initiated it. Now, what this actually means is that all those TikToks and metadata that we've been reporting on, and so many of you guys have been reporting on, it's been making a difference. His team's getting it, and it's affecting this case. It's bringing new evidence to light. So we should not stop. We are not harassing. We are doing our homework. And I think Blake Lively and team are very terrified by it. And that all those TikToks, metadata, etc., are the reason for this amended complaint.
Baldoni responded swiftly, filing a $400 million defamation lawsuit against Lively, Reynolds, and several others in their professional circle. Seen as a direct counterattack, the lawsuit sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Baldoni denied Lively's claims, calling them baseless and accusing her of either trying to seize creative control of the adaptation or deliberately tarnishing his reputation.
And a brilliant move, I got to say, by their legal team. They've managed to delay the website in a way that doesn't cause trouble on Monday's big court hearing where they could have used that against them, and instead filed it as an Exhibit A in this amended complaint. So now we just got a lot more evidence and examples, etc., that and the parts I've gotten through so far only help Justin tremendously. The stuff in here, guys, some of it is shocking. A lot of it we knew, but they've added new nuance and details and context that, again, in the timeline of things, makes Blake look even worse. But I want to focus on this in this first video. We're going to go through a lot of these points throughout the weekend, so please hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us over on Instagram. Will you put over on Popcorn Planet? We're trying to post more texts and things, more breaking, and I appreciate you guys who've joined us over there. I know some of you don't like Meta. I know, but I need another outlet where we can post quickly and not always just rely on Google. We got to diversify. So please, if you're on Instagram, follow us over at Popcorn Planet. Stay tuned. But let's get to the texts. There's so much to break down, guys. These texts are wild. Okay, so these are the text message exchange that we got from Justin to Ryan, and then Ryan to Justin as the shoot started. I want to read these out with you. Ready? Here's the Justin text to Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Justin Baldoni here, the guy who brought his literal baggage to his meeting with your wife. I asked Blake for your number well over a month ago and have wanted to text you for a while now, but my good old nerves got the best of me. Emily and I have a very small circle. We live out in the country in Ohio and pretty much just hang out with each other. We've known all of our closest friends for years, and I don't really have any close female friends that my wife isn't also friends with, let alone married ones. And so I guess this is just an awkward text to say, I'd like to be friends. I'm happy there's no check yes or no box. Blake also sent the sweetest message to my wife unprompted, saying something similar, which just made me respect her and your union even more. I've been a supporter and admirer from afar of both yours for both of yours for years. You are in a class of your own, and I so...
Adding another layer to the legal drama was the involvement of Ryan Reynolds. Though not officially part of the project, his close ties to Lively and immense Hollywood influence sparked speculation that he was quietly shaping the film's creative direction. Baldoni's lawsuit alleged that Reynolds was far from a passive observer, accusing him of influencing key decisions behind the scenes, advocating for comedic elements, and consistently siding with Lively on critical creative disputes, further deepening the already intense conflict.
Appreciate the way you move through the world as a man, but also you both as a couple. Your work-family balance and the way you manage to show up, not just as a husband, but as a father, is so beautiful. I aspire to have that balance. I also find myself struggling with it a lot. Your support of her doing this movie meant the world to me. When Blake told me that one of your reasons she and you leaned in was because of the love I have for my wife, it was by far the most meaningful reason that I've ever had someone want to work with me. I hope my late night texts with her haven't been too annoying, and I really am looking forward to all of us spending some time together. My family is coming for half the time, which is going to be hard for me as we haven't spent more than a week apart in 11 years, but we will make it work. And I know my kids are excited to make some new friends, and yours. I'm going to do everything I can to get Blake out at least a few days earlier than before. The schedule is still being worked on, as I know how important it is for you all to be together and I honor that. I can't promise it yet, but I'll do whatever I can. And finally, congrats on your gorgeous son. That kid sure won the lottery up there to get it to choose you both as parents. Okay, that's the end of my vulnerability vomit. All that said, looking forward to seeing you all, and maybe we can get a workout or two in while I prep. I'm excited to work with you. Much love. P.S. Let me know if the offer to move in still stands. Okay, look, very nice. And again, goes against this whole, like, there's jealousy and he's trying to do it. Justin, like, goes out straight. Like, hey, dude, respect. I love my family. I know you love yours. Your wife's been so sweet. Let's all be friends. Honestly, kind of a good take in my point of view. And Justin got a response from Ryan agreeing. Sorry for the delay. I've been in a writing cave and the girls are sick again. I've told they have some immune system, but it's in beta testing. Here we go. Let's get through it. What a lovely, loving, and generous message. Thank you. We're both looking forward to get to know you and your family better. We're also big fans over here since before we met and more so after. You've been a wonderful collaborator with B, and that means a great deal to both of us. Being a stand-up person is everything, and you've been just that since day one. Thank you. You've hit the jackpot with B. She literally passes on every film and every filmmaker all the time. But one thing I know, and I speak from deep wellspring of experience here, having her in your court behind the scenes as a creative is invaluable. Some of the greatest decisions... Did I skip one? Sorry.
One of the most pivotal moments in the ongoing feud came during a tense meeting at Lively and Reynolds' home. Initially intended to discuss stunts for a crucial rooftop sequence, the meeting quickly escalated into a heated confrontation. According to Baldoni, Reynolds took charge of the discussion, arguing over the choreography of a physically demanding scene, which eventually led to the sequence being scrapped. Baldoni insisted his suggestions about the stunt were made purely for safety reasons, but Reynolds reportedly interpreted them as a personal attack on his wife, further intensifying the already strained atmosphere. The most shocking development, however, came when Baldoni's legal team revealed they had uncovered a trove of evidence that could dramatically alter the course of the lawsuit. This evidence reportedly includes voice recordings, text messages, and documents that could tell a very different story about the relationship between Lively and Baldoni. Sources close to the case suggest this new information could challenge Lively's claims of mistreatment on set. If the evidence reveals friendly exchanges or signs of mutual collaboration between Lively and Baldoni, it could directly contradict her accusations. Additionally, the new evidence raises questions about Reynolds' influence on the project. Some insiders believe that Reynolds may have played a larger role than originally thought, possibly using his Hollywood clout to sway key decisions, particularly regarding the script. The potential for these revelations to shift public opinion is huge. What do you think about this ongoing drama? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more updates on this story.